Good morning, beautiful creatures. Have an absolutely beautiful day on the way by the looks of things. Just a collective, intuitive card pull for all my beautiful creatures today. And take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And if it does resonate with you, feel free to like, share, subscribe to my channel, Smiles Senses on YouTube. First card for today is Circle of Life. A lot of you are finding you are working through patterns that keep coming around and back around and back around, much as the same as the circle of life, and or you're dealing with regular circle of life kind of things. Spirit Keeper of the North, for those of you that are in the north or are still looking for your north node, you may find you have a fair bit of lunar work to do. You may feel like you're kind of frozen and or, sitting in the dark. Things may not be as bad as they seem, and or maybe, you just need to work through that little bit of a frozen patch you're sitting in, and or, bit of movement helps sometimes with the to warm things up. Eagle medicine. Sometimes we just need a different perspective. Eagles fly higher than any other bird, so sometimes you need to just step out and have a bird's eye view of things, get that different perspective, and or receive those messages from above, from your ancestors. For some of you it is just messages from spirit and or healing from the ancestors and or spirit healing. I myself, that's my spirit animal, so I whenever that pops for me, it reminds me that sometimes I might need to sit with the ancestors, and or maybe I need to do a bit more listening than I have been. Walking in beauty, make sure you're taking time to take in all the beautiful surroundings around you, get some nature, go walking in nature, enjoy whatever it is that's in your surroundings, and take in some sun. Next one's Grandmother Earth. Some of you may be getting messages from literally your grandmother and or an ancestor on your grandmother's side, and or have some kind of resonance with the earth. Another beautiful sunrise, as you can see there. There's a lot of pink flowers and quite a pink cloudy sunset or sunrise there coming through, so I would say maybe spend some time just enjoying nature and getting out in the sun. Maybe, if you're not a morning person, try catching a sunrise for a change. If you're not an evening person, try catching a sunset, change it up a little. Nature spirits, nature is absolutely full of spirits, and you can see here it's almost like a little tunnel of light made from trees. Quite often in nature we see these, and natural steps made from stones. It's almost like one of nature's walkways. Storyteller. Don't be afraid to tell your story. The next generation can't learn if we don't pass down our knowledge, whatever form that takes for you, whether it be doing what I do, writing stories, telling stories, telling those old school yarns about back in the day around the campfire when the young ones are listening, telling a ghost story, or however, whatever form you think it should take. Some of our best myths and legends and fairy tales come from partial fact and or an ancestor somewhere at some point trying to hand down some knowledge. Next we've got offerings. Make sure you are paying heed to spirit and or your guides. It's almost like a setup similar to Stonehenge with almost like an auric sunset here. It's a bit of a rainbow, maybe, or a halo, bit of a dark cloud, bit of light. Make sure you are paying heed to the ebb and flow of the way of things. A sacred mountain. Some of you need that sacred space. Some of you are perceiving this sacred mission to be a bit of a mountain, and or maybe some of you are having trouble climbing this mountain. To find your sacred space. Freedom horse. Don't be afraid to feel. Be free. Allow yourself to feel emotion. Emotion is good, even though sometimes it feels negative and it feels sad or bad or whatever negative connotation you want to give it. Things only have the connotation we want to give them, so I try and look at things like either win or learn, and that way it's a positive perspective either way, and that makes some of even the hardest healing not necessarily easier, but gives it that positive spin when you're having trouble seeing the light, and or remembering your own light or where the switch is, which sometimes can be challenging. Our medicine, don't forget you have those people around you that are wise. They also can offer you, old medicine. Western medicine is great, and the research we have now is great, and doctors are great, but sometimes the body just needs a bit of nature and a bit of the old ways, Honey is still one of the best cure-alls for cuts, stings, bites, and scratches. Why? It's antibacterial. It's almost like an antiseptic. One of nature's, and it has natural antihistamines in it because it's made by bees. Nature sometimes is best. So, if the Western way isn't working, maybe try looking outside the box, or, not necessarily going backwards with things, but maybe a simpler approach might be a better way of putting things. Anyway, to all my beautiful creatures out there, I hope you have a great day. Make sure you're getting plenty of rest, plenty of water. Peace, love, and light. Keep being your amazing selves. Have a great day.